folks. Today I'm going to be doing a media update for the second quarter of 2018. So from over the course of April to June, I managed to get 10 VHS tapes, 4 DVDs, 1 DVD box set, 1 HD DVD, 2 Blu-rays, and 3 4K Blu-rays, one being a steelbook. So let's get started. I think this is my third VHS copy of Peter Pan, the Disney version. September 6, 1990. And there's another, the second produced the same as the normal one. Kind of a later copy for this older style label, because by the time this tape was printed, they had another label that looked more in line with other Disney ink labels from the early 90s. Not this style where the diamond's huge. And I got a few Masterpiece Collection tapes to add to the collection over the past couple months as well. First time I actually have a US copy of this one. Previously I've had the Japanese VHS from 2000, and it was dubbed in Japanese, not being in English. May 26, 1995. This was actually out of order, but anyway, here's The Lion King. I had this tape back in my collection. I used to have a bootleg copy a long time ago, then it broke. And then for years I've had the Diamond Blu-ray, which I still have. But there's the label. December 17th, 1994. So it's actually an early printing. Next I got The Jungle Book. And this is my second VHS copy, actually. I now have the Masterpiece tape. August 7, 1997. This did not come with the original song booklet that it originally came with. See, if you bought it brand new, you got a little song booklet with it. Tape I've been wanting for quite some time, I now have. I'm still looking for... I found the Masterpiece Collection tape before, but I generally found it in pretty bad condition. And on top of that, I'm still looking for a copy that has the Classics logo at the beginning, not the Masterpiece Collection logo. April 25th, 2000. Alright, this is probably one of my favorite pickups. I don't think I've ever shown this on video before. Now, I've already recorded the opening. I just still have to finish editing it and then put it on YouTube. Foreign release, but the kicker here, it's from Venezuela. And it'll be the first and only thing I ever get from Venezuela, because of their shipping regulations and whatnot. But I had to get this one because it's really cheap, and it's very rare as well.Unfortunately, the only bad thing about this tape is that this tape was really poorly mastered, and the colors look really bad, and they look really washed out. However, when while I was editing the video, the opening to it, I was able to adjust the color settings in order to restore most of the color back to it. So, if the video quality looks a little off than it should be, it's because of that reason. It was my attempt to bring back the color, because the tape was poorly mastered. This isn't NTSC format, it's just it was poorly mastered. I got the slip covers. Now I have another Sing-Along Songs tape, and this is actually the original first printing of Bare Necessities. What's interesting, it was a 1985-86 style label, not the 87 one, which I'm a little surprised, because by the time this tape was released, they stopped using this label style. So there's no print down here. So I found it kind of interesting. I think most copies of this you find have the newer style label on it, not this one. Finally, I have a tape from this show. It is a good show. I remember watching it on Toon Disney a long time ago. But it's been years since Disney has aired any episodes of it. There's no print date. Looks like whoever originally owned this bought it in October 1989 and paid $10 for it. Not terrible for about a 1 hour tape. Not amazing, but decent, I guess. This might hint to what kind of tape this is. Kind of like to get a foreign release of it where Paramount distributed it in to Sony Pictures. See? I think this is my third Avon tape, actually. And I finally have one with the original case. And January 14th, 1996. And of course, like a lot of Avon tapes, it's in E2P mode, and the audio quality is shit on these usually. If you can, in most cases, unless you're like wanting to get it kind of for shits and giggles, I guess. I recommend getting the original copy from like Sony or whatever company distributed whatever movie or show, because those will generally have way better sound quality and picture quality. Because these are usually made on very cheap tape stock, and a lot of times they're recorded in EP mode, and they sound like garbage usually, or they don't sound nearly as good as the official versions. They are legitimate tapes; they're not bootlegs or anything. Avon, at least this Avon, not the makeup company, is a catalog company, and they usually get licenses from studios to put out cheap versions of movies through their catalog service. I actually have a copy of this movie now. I think one of my relatives has a DVD of this one, but I have a VHS copy. And this hints at what kind of tape this is. First time I've ever found a Sony Pictures Home Entertainment tape at in my hometown. To be exact, all these tapes except for the Venezuelan tape, I got at Goodwill. The 16th week of 2005. Nearly all my other Sony tapes I've gotten either through Amazon or eBay. Alright, now for the DVDs. Now, nobody's ever shown what this DVD looks like on camera, and nobody's done the opening to it. I think somebody did the closing, but not the opening. But now I'm going to show it to you here on camera. The 1998 DVD of A Christmas Story. And there's an older version of this that comes in a snap case from 97. This is a reissue from 98. So this was released right before, for a while, Warner Bros. And MGM, they had a distribution deal where Warner Bros. Would handle the sales and distribution of all MGM home video products, just like with how they did it in the late 90s with HBO and New Line Cinema and whatnot. They did the same thing. That's why they shared promotions and stuff a lot. However, in 99, MGM wanted to get out of the deal, and they did, but as part of that, they had to transfer the license they had for the pre-1986 MGM movies, as well as the pre-1950 Warner Bros. Movies, which the copyrights are still held with Turner, and they had to transfer the license to Warner Bros. As part of the ending of that deal. But the deal was originally supposed to start in 91, it was supposed to expire in 2003, but they wanted to end it early. And as part of the ending early, the license was transferred over to Warner Bros. And then I think MGM had to pay X amount of dollars to Warner Bros. As part of that. So that makes this DVD quite rare, actually. So that's why you don't really see it pop up too often on eBay. I actually bought this copy from Amazon. From a marketplace seller. Let me get the booklet up.